My lineage laced with a syllable switch. Born in the belly with a system glitch. Where red lines boxed us, but the rhythm ain't paused. We broke through codes like encrypted laws. Got grit in my granddad's Sunday shoes. And a sermon in his scars that my kinfolk bruise. We ain't exiles, we the architects. Every brick they stack, we catch the checks. Barbershop bars with a lecture's weight. Whole block spoke in the cadence of fate. Ain't no journey back, we the land's design. Pan black flame in the marrow of time.
Slide with pride where the roots don't grow. Soul in my stride, build the throne from home. March like maroons with the blue.
Just sending out the invites, y'all. Just come on up in here with the lights up. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Tired, brother. My body's telling me I need to rest more, but I'm here. Sitting out some invites. Go ahead and come in, like the live, share the live.
I rhyme with range, both storm and flame. Block party blues in the Section 8 echo. Graffiti gospel in the lunchline stiletto. We fed whole cities from a ration plate. Made feast from a famine.
Power confirmed. Let's talk about it.
From the gospel, I'm from the drought, from the cradle of riots where they count us out. Now we cashing in on that census lie. Pan black pride with a Congress eye.
Chain to change, we been but don't break. We cook from scratch, still flip the plate. Raise our youth with the
come on up in here, you guys. Let's get to it.
Now watch this, I switch pitch like a preacher in praise. Every line's a libation to the sun-soaked maze. Oakland Nights, to be more fights. We ghost in the gap and glow in plight. They talk.
Hope you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, go ahead and type a 1 in the chat. I know you can hear me. We're about to get started.
And turn trauma into tempo. Painted a doctrine, we ain't background. We foreground flames. The reason they remix, rename and reframe, not repatriate. We regenerate roots. Pan black Americans salute the truth.
Slide with pride where the roots don't grow. Soul out stride, build the throne from home. March like maroons with the blueprint flame. Pan black pulse in the patriot's name. From chain to change, we bend but don't break. We cook from scratch, still flip the plate. Raise our youth with the rebels' truth. Support our own as the fountain proof.
Pan black American bold and free. We the root, the
Yeah, come on up in here. We're about to get started. Power confirmed. Let's talk about it. All right. I'm just gonna get into it, family. I'm a little late today. Normally I start like an hour and a half earlier, but man, my body's been tired, man. I'm tired, family, but I'm here. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it today. We are gonna talk about it today, man. Just I am tired. But we're gonna talk about this, family. We're gonna talk about FBA power on the planet. We're gonna talk about FBA power on the planet. Power confirmed. We're going to talk about FBA power on the planet. You know, we got so much power, family. We don't even use it. You know what I'm saying? We got so much power, family. We don't even use it. Family, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Come on up in here, hit the like button. Okay, share the broadcast to people you know that need to get on code and need to hear what we're talking about. You're tuned in to the Too Much Moxie transmission, where we don't beg for permission, we execute the mission. We don't beg for permission, we execute the mission. My thesis is simple. And it's surgical, family. Foundational Black Americans are the most powerful people on the planet. Now, you either agree or you disagree, right? But somebody's lying. FBA are the most powerful people on the planet. And oftentimes we walk into power we don't even know we have. Oftentimes we don't even think or know the power that we have. And it's not because somebody crowned us. It's because history proved us. Let me say that again. It's not because we're not the most powerful people because somebody crowned us and said, oh, you're just so awesome. You're just so great. But it's because history proved us. Culture echoes. The culture echoes us. The market copies us. And our code sustains us. Our job isn't really to brag, you know. It's not to self-proclaim ourselves the most powerful people on the planet. It's not us. It's not for us to do that. It is for us to build. Our goal isn't to be liked. Okay? One thing you got to understand about foundational Black Americans, we really don't care if you like us or not. That's not our concern. That's everybody else's concern. That's the tether's concern. You know, they want to be liked by the dominant society. That's why they'll sit there and have those weird conversations at the water cooler. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there and 𝗂𝗂 and 𝗂𝗂𝘁𝗂𝘁 with the dominant society, trying to kiss butt, trying to get liked so they can move up and advance in the world. That's why they do money rituals. You know what I'm saying? They do money rituals because they want to, you know, they want to be famous. They want to be liked. They want to be, you know, they want to have money so they can brag and boast and be deviants and degenerates. You know, that's why people will do, they'll practice evil things just so they can move up in society. You know, they realize, hey man, if the more evil I enact on this in this world, the more I move up in society, because they want to be liked. They want to be powerful. It's not that Black and Foundation of Black Americans, we even want to be powerful. You know, we didn't choose to be powerful. We didn't choose to carry this much power. We just have it. We just have it. And again, like I said, it's not our job. Our job isn't to brag. It is just to build. That's what our job. Our goal isn't to be liked. It's to be sovereign. If you're FBA, when you're coming up in here, you need to understand that you got power that you can't even comprehend. And it's time we comprehend that power. It's time we walk in that power. And it's time that we, we start using it. You know, looking at the Democratic Party, man, we showed up. Look at the boycott that we're doing. That's an enactment of power. That's showcasing our power. That's doing it in a positive. That's saying, hey, man, whenever we go out on the street and we march and we protest, that is power, family. When we draw the world to look at us and to focus on us and to hear our plight, when they start seeing the things that the struggles that we go through in real time, when they start seeing the injustice that is enacted on us in real time, that's power. When you have a culture that is global, that's power. That's power, family. Power starts with identity. If you don't know who you are, the world will rent your name, your labor, and your genius cheap. If you don't know who you are, the world will rent your name, your labor, your genius, and do it for cheap. We're the lineage that built and bled for this soil. The original copper-colored people, reclassified 1,000 times. Yet still here, still standing. We recenter our name, foundational Black Americans. No, Frank, actually it's poor you, Frank, because you came up in this live. Poor you to suffer through foundational Black Americans, you know, displaying their greatness on TikTok for all to see. Poor you for joining this room, man. Poor you. But I'm gonna ignore you and get back to it. Legacy is our receipt, family. Legacy is our receipt, but we do power moves through the code. Not vibes, not hashtags, but a code, family. Family first, discipline, ownership, excellence, mercy without naivety, loyalty to truth, and zero tolerance for anti-FBA agendas. Those are power moves through the code, family. That's what we do. Legacy is our receipt. When they erased the ink, our impact still spoke. Still spoke. This morning, we're going to discuss the receipts, the strategy, and the steps that isn't and we're going to get to it. You know, we bring solutions over here. Somebody said, block that fan. Yeah, I'm man, fanatics. They come in here. You know, I like to leave them in here sometimes, but when my mods get in here, they just go, you know, they going to block them. If you get out of line, my mods, they're gonna block you and drop you. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. But you know, I don't want to give us a motivational talk. I want to kind of give us some operational orders so we kind of understand and know what type of power that we're dealing with. Okay. History. I mean, we talk about this all the time. If you're a foundational Black American and you don't know your history and the inventions, it's time you know. Traffic signals, gas masks, Garrett Morgan, hair care empires, Madam C.J. Walker, peanut polymers and soil science, George Washington Carver. The first biochemist, by the way. The first biochemist was George Washington Carver. Mathematics that puts rockets in orbit, Katherine Johnson. Y'all seen the movie Hidden Figures. Heart surgery breakthroughs, Vivian Thomas. Remember that movie, Something the Lord Made? That's about a great man, foundational Black American, Vivian Thomas. Music architects that retune the globe, spiritual, blues, jazz, gospel, rock, soul, funk, house, hip hop. When America needed creativity under pressure, who did they turn to? We were the pressure made diamonds. That was us. Systematic sabotage, the redlining, BOMB districts, stolen deposits, closed doors, yet we are still here. I want you to understand that that's power. The very fact that they couldn't get rid of us shows how powerful we are. The very fact that they couldn't humble us shows us power confirmed. The very fact that we're still here, not erased, telling our tale with the most global culture on the planet, that's power, family. Get them likes up, family. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. And we don't need permission to say it. We don't need permission to say it, family. We got receipts. That's the beautiful thing about us, man. People can come up against us, and all we gotta do is pull the receipts. Pull the receipts. We have our heroes are true heroes. Your heroes are degenerates. Let's pull the receipts. If I say that, right, your job is to bring the scholarship and say, no, that's not true. Pull up your heroes, and we pull up our heroes, and let's compare and contrast. That's power, family. Power we have the moral authority. We have the moral high ground. That's power, family. Think about that. That's power. Who can say they don't? Who can say that they've been on the right side of history? They've never lined up on the wrong side of history. We've always been on the right side of history. What group what ethnic group, what people on this earth, what country, who can say, what nation, who can say they've always been on the right side of history? There's only one people on the planet that can say that, family. There's only one people on the planet. Who has the moral authority to say, hey man, don't go to WAR? Only we do, family. Who has the moral authority to just stand on business? And who has, I'm gonna say it like this, and this might sound, it is what it is, I'm just gonna say it. Who has the moral authority to judge righteously on this earth? Not you, not the oppressor. Who has the moral authority to judge righteously on this earth? There's only one people. There's only one people. Only one people that God has given that power to, and we have the receipts to prove it, because we did not leave our land to go conquer you. We did not enslave our own people, and we did not practice slavery over here. That's power, family. That's power confirmed. Power confirmed. Now, we got a lot of people who claim to be black Europeans. You know what I'm saying? They don't call themselves black Europeans. They call themselves Moors. Now, we're not them. If you think you're a Moor, you're in the wrong place. I'm not a Moor. Okay? I'm not a Moor. Moors practiced slavery. Moors went around conquering, did all that stuff. That's not foundational black Americans. That's not foundational black Americans. I'm not a black European. I'm a foundational black American. I'm a copper color. I'm an indigenous brother. You know what I mean? I'm really from this soil. But we're the only ones that got the moral authority to really stand on business. We got the moral authority to judge righteously on this earth. We got the moral authority to stand up against the oppressor. See, we're the only ones that are not afraid to be us. See, people want to become us. We don't want to become them. We don't become the oppressor. That's power, family. That's power confirmed. That's power confirmed. Culture is a force multiplier. It's soft powers, policy, prices, public opinion. From the way we flip language to the way we style a plain white tee. From the drums in the church to the drum kit in hip hop. FBA is the tuning fork of the planet. What's up, Crypto? Good morning, brother. We're the tuning fork of the planet. Sports. We don't just play sports, we redefine sports. We redefine the physics in sports. They have to be like, damn, nigga, I didn't account for dunking. I didn't account for y'all brothers to dunk the ball the way y'all do. Now we gotta account for that. I didn't expect this brother to break a tackle, spin, twist, hurdle over a mother, and then stun in the end zone after he do it. We didn't account for that. We redefined it. We didn't even ask for permission. We just did it. We just did it. Yeah, we know who owns the game. We know who owns the game. We know who owns the team. Yeah, we do it for their team. Unfortunately, we gotta be delivered from that. We gotta be delivered. I'll say it like this. Our first problem was wanting to be integrated into a society and a system that wasn't built by us and for us. Okay. Our first problem was we integrated into a rigged system. We abandoned our businesses and decided that we wanted to go eat at the white the white tea, shop at the white tea stores, eat the white tea food, go to the white tea schools. We have more power under Jim Crow than we have under integration, family. That's how they've been able to move us around. The solution is simple. It's very simple. Get on code. That's the first thing you got to do. The power is in the code. When we move as a codified people, we begin to take back things that was taken from us. See, one person can yell. You know, the Bible says like this: one can slay 1,000, two can slay 10,000. So imagine if all of us got on code. Imagine if all of us got on code. If you don't know what the code is, ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you don't know what the code is. Are you FBA? Maybe you're not FBA. If you don't know the code, you're not FBA. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I go over the code. If you've been in my live, I go over the code a lot. So if you're not FBA, then that means you're not on code. And you off code. If you off code, I don't know what to tell you. We don't normally hang around or deal with off code people like that. You know, if you off code, you off code, man. You know, maybe you should start a live and start your own code, because we got one. We know what the code is. Jesus Christ. You know, and that's another thing, family. We can always tell who's us and who's not us, because you can just hear them talking. And, oh, she's hella off code. And then you know, hey, she's probably not one of us. She's probably not FBA. So guess what? Mum's the word. You know, it's the time for talking strategy on open, you know, in the open like that. It's kind of like, man, if you're not plugged into the grassroots media, I can't tell you, you know, that you're off code. You're off code if you're not plugged into the new black media. I'm just saying it like that. You're off code. Hella off code. If you don't know what's going on by now, man, I'm not your professor, and I'm not going to give you the answers. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. And with that being said, family, make sure, listen, if you're FBA and you're not in our Telegram, shame on you. Shame on you. We're building something. We're building something right now, family. We're building something phenomenal right now, and we need y'all in the Telegram. We need y'all in the Telegram. Don't make me turn into Roland Martin. Beep, beep, beep. You hard-headed niggas. You need to go ahead and get in the Telegram, nigga. You know, okay, you can't do nothing but beep, beep, beep. Don't make me turn into Tether Roland Martin and start shaming y'all niggas, man. Get your ass in the Telegram, okay? We building something, and we need all hands at deck. You understand? We need listen, nobody's going to build it. Only we are the ones who are going to build it, and we need all hands at deck. If you're not, if you don't, man, y'all need to, right now, do this right now. Go follow my brother Crypto Stock Marcus. Send them a message. Let them know that you're FBA and you want to be in the Telegram. And he will get you in the Telegram. The Telegram is the FBA coin. We're building something on the blockchain, family. On the blockchain. That's gonna, man, that's gonna create something that we for a long time needed. And we're going to be able to use this thing to empower ourselves, empower our community. You want to be a part of the FBA ecosystem that we're building. If you have a business and you're FBA, you want to be a part of this ecosystem that we're building. Okay, we over here we gonna clown a little bit, but we gonna talk solutions. You understand? Shout out to Dread. We gonna talk solutions, and we're gonna put the solutions in action. We're not just going to talk about it. We're going to put it in actions. One of the things that we're doing even right now is we have an FBA Music Awards, and we've put together a 5-team committee. That 5-team committee, we're going to be meeting September 1st. And I was told that we need 3 months. So we need to get with the committee. We need to get together with the committee and decide if we're going to change the date from October 24th and just put it out another month. Because I was told that we need at least 3 months to put this in effect. Now, me personally, listen, I think if we just put our head down, we can, we can put it together. But a lot of our people, we demand excellence. So if it's going to take excellence, if it's going to take more time to get the excellence that we want, so be it. So be it. So be it. Yeah, we can tell you're not FBA. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you for letting us know. We appreciate it, Rhonda. Rhonda Social, y'all, is not FBA. She's an op. They come in the room all the time, asking questions, thinking that we owe them an answer. We don't owe you anything, man. Okay? What you can do is go back to your homeland and figure out solutions on how to fix that. Don't come up over in here asking FBA for anything. We delineate. Okay? We're not with you and we're not against you. We're just with us. That's just what it is. Okay? So, the world imitates our walk, our talk, our cadence, even our confidence, even masculinity is reserved for the black man. Okay? They imitate our masculinity, family. They imitate our women. They imitate our men. They imitate us. Their hairstyles, man. That's power, family. That's power confirmed right there. That's power confirmed. But I want y'all to hear this. I don't know if she FBA. I don't want to believe it. If she's FBA, she's hella off code. Rhonda is hella off code. Hella off code. Hella off code. That's some people's problems. You think you can come up here and question. Don't question me. Don't question me. Question why you don't know when you should know. When FBA is global. You understand? So let me say it like this, family. Imitation without our attribution is extraction. Excuse me. Imitation without attribution is extraction. That's why we move from raw influence to structured ownership. Publishing, masters, trademark, NILs, media houses, and distribution lanes that we can control. Those are the things that we need to focus on, family. I'm very big on owning your masters. I don't trust celebrities. I don't trust the engine that they call it, the establishment. If I'm going to put out music, I don't care if 2 people listen to it. If I control, as long as I know I control that music, I'm okay with that. I'm not here to change my style to fit some narrative because they don't think I'm black enough. We need you to rap about pew-pews and gangs and violence. We need you to rap about twerking and booty shaking and blah, 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 blah. Nah, man. I'm gonna rap about what I want to rap. I'm gonna rap about what's gonna free my people. If I'm gonna spit a flow, if I'm gonna spit a bar, I bless mics like I bless tracks. Put a spin on them when I spin on them. It's like the anointing's already been on them. Ooh, yeah, I'm one of the greatest of all time. Got you hung up on my lyrics like fruit hanging from vines. If I'm gonna spit a bar, it's gonna be something that's gonna uplift my people. It's not just gonna be some old, I shot 2 dudes running down the hallway. It's not gonna be none of that stuff. It's not gonna be none of that ignorant stuff that these tethers have caught on to. Because what we see in hip hop today is nothing but tether centric. That's not gonna be me. Y'all. Matter of fact, y'all go stream my album, man. I need 100,000 streams from the family, man. Go ahead and stream Too Much for TV. The album is phenomenal. I'm working on another album. I'm like 5 songs into it. I like to take my time sometime. When I'm inspired, that's the best time for me to write. I don't try to force lyrics. I don't try to, I need to get, I've done that before. I don't want to just sit there and just start forcing things on the paper and then it come out like booty juice. I don't want that. I want to create FBA greatness. So whenever I get in my little mumble, you know, I start mumbling in the car when I'm flowing. You know, my wife think I'm talking to myself, but I'm mumbling. I'm getting these. I'm lining up these words, and then all of a sudden, I hit y'all with a powerful one. That's what I like to do. So y'all go stream my album Too Much for TV. It's available right now on all major streaming platforms. If it doesn't come up under Too Much for TV, just type in Too Much Moxie, 3 O's, TOOO, Much Moxie, and my whole catalog is gonna come up. You know, you're gonna see my album FBA Only. I did December 24th of last year, of 24. I think I dropped it December 24 of 2024. And then my new album, Too Much for TV, is out now as well. That's a hot one, so check it out. But yeah, our culture already is currency, family. The next step is converting influence into equity and equity into institutions. We already got the fundamental blocks for power. Listen. Everybody knows. If you don't know this, everybody knows how dangerous foundational Black Americans are. Everybody knows how powerful foundational Black Americans are. Their job is for us not to realize that we have the power. The reason why they want to lump us in and call us minorities, and we're not minorities, family. We're not minor in any shape or phrase of the word, where there's nothing minor about foundational Black Americans. We are major. When we step in the room, it's a major thing going. It's a major movement happening. When we put foot to ash, it's major. It's never minor. We are the largest ethnic group in the United States. That's not minor. That's not a minority. If you're the majority ethnic group, you can't be a minority. I want you to understand that. You can't be a minority. I need y'all to get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, man. Get the likes up to 10K so we can start bringing people up. I want to bring people up, and I want to have the conversation that power confirmed. This is my thesis. FBAs are the most powerful people on the planet. It's either true or it's not true. Now we could argue 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie supremacy dominates the globe. That's a good argument. I'm willing to listen to that. But everybody on the yard know you wouldn't have to use 12 against 1 if you was powerful. Every group that comes over here wouldn't have to practice anti-Black hate against us if we were not powerful. How do you overcome a strong man, family? You need numbers. A strong man is a strong man. One man is not going to take one foundational Black American out. I don't care what it is. You're not going to do it. It's going to take numbers. See, here's what we know. By ourselves, one-on-one, we go get in that ass. And you know it. You know it. You know it. Every group knows it. One-on-one, we gonna get in that ass. But the moment y'all numbers get 3, 4, 5, y'all feel emboldened, and now y'all can step to an FBA. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. You can't step to us. You can't really step to us on your own. Because you understand and know that, hey man, one of us will take out 1,000, and 2 of us, we're gonna take out 10,000. That's a fact. I say this all the time, and you know, not to be funny, but it's a reality. You put a tomahawk in my hand, I'm taking a scalp. You put a tomahawk in a red native or a mestizo or somebody who calls himself Hispanic, What they gonna do with a tomahawk? Nothing. 5'7", big watermelon head, nothing. Nothing. They're gonna fall over. Their head's so big, they're just gonna fall over. But you put a tomahawk in a copper-colored, indigenous, foundational Black American's hand, we taking a scalp. The most athletic people on the planet, we taking a scalp. And that's either true or not true. Family, I'm either lying or I got the receipts to prove it. You decide. I'm either lying or I got the receipts to prove it. So there's power that we have that we just haven't been using. There's power that we've had, we just haven't really been using. If you can fracture the family, you can control the future. If you can fracture the family, you can control the future. Why do you think that they tried to fracture our families? Because we're powerful. That's power confirmed right there. The very fact that they tried to fracture our family lets you know that we have power. The very fact that they have meetings about us shows and proves that we have power. You don't have meetings about people who don't have power. You don't worry about them because it's like, they're nothing to worry about. You don't worry about them because they're nothing to be afraid of. They're nothing to fear. But you have meetings. You put together projects. You put together think tanks about people that you are worried or concerned about because they can mess up the whole ordeal. These people can put a monkey wrench in what we're trying to do. We need to worry about them. And let's be real. As much as we don't think about Africans and Caribbeans, we understand and know how harmful they can be in foundational Black American spaces where they can blend in and where they can speak and talk like us and make weird accusations and say stupid stuff. We know how harmful that can be. That's why that's why we delineate it. It's not even that they're powerful, but they have a power. They become a power because they've got on code against us, unbeknownst to a lot of us, and now we're just checking it. So the same way we understand that, hey man, these African and Caribbeans are more of a problem even than white supremacy because they can blend in with us. The same way the dominant society understands and knows that FBA are very powerful people on the earth. The same way, family. The same way. I don't got time to explain it, brother. You can go on another live. There's all kind of lives out there that kind of explains what's going on between African Americans and Africans. I'm not an African American, first of all, so I can't tell you from that perspective. I'm a foundational Black American, so whatever's going on with African Americans and Africans, I mean, you go ask those African Americans and go ask those Africans. But I can't tell you what's going on with a group that I'm not even a part of. I'm a foundational Black American. I don't identify as an African American. I identify as a foundational Black American. So I can't tell you what's going on between Africans and African Americans. Probably some kumbaya stuff. I don't know. Oh, you African, nigga. I know. Thank you. Thank you. You lost, nigga. You have no culture, nigga. I know. I think I'm from Benin. I think I'm from Nigeria. Help me. You know, and maybe they're doing some stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a foundational Black American. I'm from America. You know, it's my soil. It's my land. I'm not leaving. You're not going to trick me off of it. It's not going to happen. I'm here. So, you know, in order to counter that, family, we have to protect fatherhood and we have to honor motherhood. See how simple that is? In order to counter the fractured family, all we got to do is protect fatherhood and honor motherhood. We guard childhood. The house is the first corporation. The dinner table is the first board meeting. Okay? And the bedtime story is the first syllabus. All we have to do, family, to counteract the fractured family narrative and them trying to fracture our family is we have to go back to protecting fatherhood and honoring motherhood. You see how that works? That's not a diss on the patriarchy. That's not a diss on the matriarchy. That's just stating what it is. We need to protect, we need to make sure that fathers are in the home, and we need to make sure that our kids honor our mothers. We got to protect the fathers and honor the mothers. That's it. Very clean, very simple. If you're not building a dynasty within your family, what are you doing? Why do you have a family? What's the purpose of getting married if it's not to have children and build a dynasty and have a legacy? You're doing it wrong. If you think marriage is just because you feel good, no, marriage is a power move. What alliances are you making? What power moves are you making? How are you advancing the lineage? What are you doing? The house is the first corporation. The dinner table is the first boardroom. Bedtime stories, all that stuff, the things you teach your children. That's the syllabus, family. As corny as family first sound, it's counter-colonial, family. We raise boys to be what? Men, not mascots. We raise girls to be women, not commodities. We set rites of passages, we teach money early, and we enforce the code gently at home so it doesn't need to get loud outside. That is power. Power confirmed, family. It's simple, man. It's common sense. We got to go back to having a rites of passage for men and women. Just because you turn 18 doesn't dictate that you're a man. Just because you turn 18 doesn't dictate that you're a woman. But your rite of passage always will confirm you become a man. Your rite of passage always will confirm you become a woman. And who confirms that you are a man? Who decides that you reach manhood? Other men. Who decides that you reach womanhood? Other women confirm. They confirm you went through the rite of passage and you came out on the other side. Same thing for boys. You went through the rite of passage and other men were there to clap it up and say, man, you made it. You're a man now. Your trials and tribulations that you overcome tell us your level of manhood. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, family. That's just what it is. So what is power? I'm going to tell you what power is. Power is a spending power of over $2.1 trillion and rising. That is power, family. Spending power is power. If you can spend it, that's power. word. Money is a megaphone. Money in itself, let me tell you something. They say the root of all evil is the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. You're never supposed to love the money. It's only supposed to enhance who you really are. Money enhances who you really are, family. Money is a megaphone. And we're done renting microphones. We're buying stations. That's what it is. We're done renting and we're ready to buy. Some people think, hey, man, they need to carry along. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. It's, many people have many different beliefs on this. Many people have many different beliefs on this. Okay. But I'm going to just tell you what it is. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. Right? Debt is never good. I know they'll tell you there's good debt and there's bad debt. Great. Awesome. But debt is never good. Ownership is power. Ownership is power. Even the scriptures say, owe no man nothing. The slave is indebted to the debtor. You understand what I'm saying? When you are in debt, you are a slave to the person that you owe. It's never good. Ownership is everything. Ownership is everything. So how are we going to do this, family? We're gonna go over three quick principles: capture, circulate, and compound. Capture, circulate, and compound. Convert talent to paid value. We're gonna convert talent to paid value. Instead of letting people use our talents, abuse our talents, we're gonna price with posture. Convert talent to paid value. Convert strength into paid value. Right? What I always tell people that when you're young, from 18 to 29, you got to figure out what your superpower is, right? That's your only job, is to fail until you figure it out. And once you figure out what your superpower is, you convert that into value, not money, into value, because if you add value, money is going to follow you. You're always going to be able to attract money. Now, if you don't have any value, what's the purpose of anybody paying for anything? People only pay for what they believe has value. So if you become valuable, you won't have to worry about money coming into your life, because you create the value, the money's going to come. So price with the posture. Convert talent to paid value. Convert your superpower to paid value. That's the first thing. Circulate. Spend with FBA businesses first. Food, merchandise, media, services. I was watching shout out to the Foundational American. I was watching his video on TikTok. If y'all don't know who the Foundational American is, y'all go follow that brother. That's a good brother. He came out with the 85-15. 85% spend black, 15% spend it with whatever group you want to spend it with. And your job, listen to me. Your job is to take it in levels. You just don't start out spending 85% black. You start out little by little, but you build up to 85%. 85% of your income needs to be spent with foundational Black American businesses. Yes, 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 yes. Well, I can't see what you look like, Canada, but you probably look like mayonnaise. I don't know. You probably look like a mayo man. I don't know. Show your face. Come up on the platform and show your face. Turn your camera on. I'll stop the whole thing just for you, Canada, because you keep, you got other rooms to go to, brother. This ain't your room, obviously. But 85-15, man, shout out to the Foundation of Black American who said 85% spend black, 15% spend on whatever you want. I like that. That's a good start. We all need to move to 100%. But if we're going to start somewhere, I think the Foundation of Americans video, when he said 85-15, that's good. 85% of your income should be spent with foundational Black American, and 15% is for whatever you want. Maybe you like Mexican food. Maybe you like Caribbean food. I don't know. Whatever it is. But you spend it on that. But the bulk of your money needs to stay within the foundational Black American community. Now, compound. Reinvest profits into durable assets, land, IP, and infrastructure. Land, IP, and infrastructure. Reinvest. Repurpose. I'm not even going to use reinvest. We're going to say repurpose profits into durable assets. Repurpose profits into durable assets. Land, LIP, all of the blockchain, and infrastructure. Those are the three things you need to make sure is compounding. You need to own some land. You need to be building on that. You need to have some IP, some blockchain in your life, and you got to be looking at the infrastructure. You got to invest in the infrastructure. We're building something. We're building something. We're building something, family, and we need all hands at that. We really need all our people out of these other countries, and we need them back home helping to build. Why are you over in another country paying into another economy, not paying into the Black economy? Why are you over in someone else's land becoming part of their infrastructure and not over here being a part of our infrastructure here? We are not Pan-Africans. We are Pan-Black Americans. We are here for the foundational Black American community. We need to build that. We don't got time to be building nothing else. Honestly, man, I'm a type of person, listen, man, we ain't got time to be watching TV. Why are you watching TV? You're wasting time. I can't even, man, listen, the only time I really watch TV is when I'm trying to spend time with the wife, because she likes to watch movies and stuff like that. But if I'm not doing that, man, I'm working on something. I'm building something. I'm doing something for the family. When y'all don't see me on TikTok for a long time, that's because I'm focused trying to build something for the family, trying to do something that's going to change our lives. That's what we need to be using our strength for. That's what we need to be using our power for. That. Nothing else. Nothing else. Everything else is a waste of time. Everything else is a waste of time. We do business with respect and receipts, family. We standardize vendors lists, co-op bulk purchases, and protect trademarks. We keep the dollar on code. We keep the digital currency on code. A target of 4 to 7 touches inside the community before it leaves. That's not isolation. That's discipline. We got to have discipline in order to build what we want. Listen, I'm very honest, family. The things that we're building right now, some of us may not even get a chance to use it. It's not for us. We're leaving an inheritance for our children so they don't have to grow up with the same circumstances and situation that we grow up in. So they don't have to grow up in a rigged system, family. We have to build a new system to where our children and our children's children can thrive. But I'm speaking to my Gen Xers. If you're a Gen Xer out there, we got to build it, man. First of all, we got the money to build it. We can't expect no kids to repurpose their money into what we're doing. They don't have the money. They're kids. They're 20. They're in their 20s. They're in their 30s. They're young. They're up and coming. But we have to give them a baton that they can pass. We pass the baton to them, and they pass the baton to their children. That's the way it goes. But if we don't have a baton to pass them, then they got to go and try to create the baton and pass it. We have an opportunity right now, family, where if we come together, and I'm talking to my Gen Xers, we got the money. We got the money. But what are you spending it on? What bill is more important than your children's future? Why aren't you budgeting and allocating your money to build the infrastructure, to build this new system? Because we need all hands at deck. All hands at deck. We need it all. And that's just what it is. That's really what it is. So it's not isolation to do business with just Foundation of Black America. It's just discipline. It's just group economics. It's just for our survival. It's for our very survival. It's something that, we could have done 60 years ago, but we got distracted with this Democratic Party thinking that political parties and governments were going to do something for us. No. Listen, nobody's going to do nothing for us unless we make them. Nobody's going to give us reparations unless we make them. Okay? We have to make people listen to us. Nobody's going to listen to us just for the sake of listening to us. We have to make them. We have to show them why it's beneficial that they give Foundation of Black Americans what they want. Because if they don't give us what we want, well, we got a right to boycott. We got a right to hit you where it hurts the worst. Your pocketbook. We control $2.1 trillion. Plus, it's more than that now. That's a big chunk out of the American economy. I think they need those $2.1 trillion to keep circulating. So if we put the pressure, we put the demand, they either give us what we want or they miss out on that spending power. Because understand, spending power has what in it? It has the word power in it. That's power, family. The very fact that we can spend it is the very reason we have the power. Okay, real quick, you guys. If you're not on the Telegram, send me a message so I can get you on the Telegram, the FBA Coin Telegram. Make sure you check out FBAcoin.org. We have a new website up. I'm actually going to just be updating a little bit of stuff on it today. So there's going to be some new updates on there. Same information, just some disclaimers in there. Okay. The FBA coin is not an investment. Okay, it's not an investment, family. I'm not promising you you're gonna make a ton of money and all this and that. But I'm promising you an FBA ecosystem. It gives you, the FBA coin gives you access to an FBA ecosystem that's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal, family. When we have our own ecosystem, when our businesses are accepting FBA coin, when we're able to use it to get the things that we need and want for our community, we're able to build our community, make it more impactful, make it more powerful. That's the power of the FBA coin, family. It's designed to keep and track foundational Black American dollars and keep it in our community. That's the real genius behind the FBA coin. It's designed to keep money circulating in our community. And if you want to be a part of the FBA ecosystem, you need to be investing in the FBA coin. So start with the first thing you need to do is go to FBAcoin.org. FBAcoin.org, get the information, scroll down to the bottom, join the Telegram. Join the Telegram. If you're not on the Telegram, Dread, I need you in the Telegram, Dread. Join the Telegram. Man, my brother Dread, man, I'm not here to tell his story, man, but he understands what it's like to be at the beginning of something and catch the momentum at the beginning, and it pays out. I'll just say it like that, and it pays out. This is your chance to get in at the ground floor and catch the momentum and build something amazing. So Dread, I need you in the Telegram, brother. Join the Telegram, the FBA coin. We in there every day. We talking FBA. You're gonna get information on the FBA coin. I'll be testing the coin again tonight. Y'all wondering like how many days is this brother gonna be testing the coin? However long it takes, but not that long. But however long it takes to make sure that this coin is perfect. We're not trying to put out a mediocre product. We're trying to put out something with perfection. That's excellent. This is for the family. Anything we do for our lineage, it needs to be done with excellence. We don't need to be half-assing anything. We need to be putting our all into it. So another power. Values, discipline, boundaries. That's the code, family. The code is power. The code is power. The first thing is us identifying ourselves as FBA. We named ourselves, family. We didn't let somebody else come in and say, oh, you're African American. Oh, you're colored. Oh, you're Negro. No, we took the first step of power and we said identity first, and we named ourselves Foundational Black Americans. I want you to understand how powerful, how codified, and how strategic that term is. It's damn near impenetrable. You cannot penetrate. You cannot crowbar or anchor yourself into foundational Black American if you're not a foundational Black American. Black American can be co-opted. African American can be co-opted. But foundational Black American is not easily co-opted, family. It's just not. You're either foundational or you're not. You either come from the people from 400 years ago, or you didn't. You either are from the people that went through chattel slavery and reclassification in this country, or you didn't. You either can trace your lineage back to 1870 census, or you can't. You see how that works? But if you say I'm a Black American, shoot, everybody's Black when it's convenient. Shoot, some YT people say, I'm Black too. I'm Black too. I got Black in my family. When it's convenient, when there's some money for it, I guarantee when they start handing out that reparations, and if we don't get the wording right and make sure it's lineage based, you're gonna have some YT people saying, I'm white. My grandmother was white passing, and I just found out that I'm Black. I'm Black. Shoot, we had remember that some Caribbean lady was saying that gingers are Black. Shoot, gingers, oh, I'm Black. I'm Black, man. I'm Black. They start going crazy. That's how easily the term Black can be co-opted. Shoot, some Middle Easterns, some Indians can say, I'm Black too, when it's convenient. African American, oh yeah, that's just another one that can be co-opted. I'm from Africa, nigga. And I'm in America, nigga. I'm African American, nigga. African American, nigga. Not knowing that African American was a term that was given to a specific people. But now they come over here, they're African American. They get mixed in and lumped in with our numbers. Foundational Black Americans codified. Another power is marriage. Family first. Family first. That's powerful. That's powerful, family. Marriage, children, elders, protection. That's another power, family. We identify who we are, and then we start our own family. We start our own dynasty, our own legacy, our own tribe, our own clan. That's powerful. That's powerful, family. ownership, IP, land, business, data. Those are all powers. If we're not on the blockchain, we're not as powerful as we can be. If we don't have land, we're not as powerful as we can be. If we don't have businesses, we're not as powerful as we can be. And if we don't control our media, our data, we're not as powerful. If we don't control the information, we're not as powerful as we can be. Excellence, doing everything with excellence. That's why we're taking our time with this coin, because we're trying to be excellent. Competence over clout. I say it all the time. Competency breeds confidence. You cannot truly be confident if you don't have competency. If you're not a competent person, what the hell are you confident in? If you don't got the skills to pay the bills, what the hell are you confident in? Excellence, 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 excellence. That is power. The thing that made FBA so powerful is foundational Black American excellence. That's what makes us power. When you have a Michael Jordan in your family tree, when you have a Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois, when you have Frederick Douglass, when you have these people in your family tree, you become powerful, family. When you see Black excellence, that is power. Nobody applauds the 16-17% that we all get lumped up into, that they all try to blame us for. They all try to blame us on the 16 to 17% that are down bad, and they try to make that Black culture. They try to make that the definition of what Black is. They always want to compare our lower bottom of the barrel to their top. But that in itself is power. The fact that they got to compare themselves to our vagabonds just to make themselves feel good, that shows how powerful we are. That's power confirmed once again, family. That's power confirmed once again. You know what else is power? Discipline. Time, diet, money, media. We consume our own media. That's powerful. We have our own money, our own currency, our own digital currency, our own blockchain. That's power. That's discipline. It takes discipline to get these things. And of course, diet. And I'm not even gonna try to touch that, but we gotta be slim. We gotta be in shape. And I'm talking to myself right now. And y'all see me eating these porridge and cream of wheat and oatmeal, man, I'm the biggest I've ever been, family. I'm trying to slim it down. I'm trying to get the diet right. So discipline. Another power is honor. Keep promises, keep receipts. That's power. The power, you know why we're so powerful? We have receipts to prove everything that we say. You say we didn't invent everything? Well, we can prove to you that we did. We got the receipts. And then integrity. Just having integrity, keeping your promises, keeping your word. That's power, family. The code is power. The FBA code. The 7 pillars of the FBA code. I'm just running through it real quick. Identity first, family first, ownership, excellence, discipline, honor. Honor also is pride in family. If you don't listen, the reason why a lot of people do dishonorable things is because they don't come from an honorable family. They don't have honor. They don't understand that their name, that what they do brings glory, or it brings stain. It brings a shame to their family. We got to bring back shame, family. We got to bring it back. I'm sorry. We got to bring back shame. Shame for people who are being off code. Shame for people who are doing weird things in the community. We got to bring back shame, and we have to bring back honor. One of the things I'm so thankful for my father teaching me honor, teaching me that, hey man, there's certain things I can't do because I belong to, his name is attached to me. That's power, family. That's power. That's power when you have honor. When you walk outside and you're not just independent, you're interdependent. You're representing something. You're representing a brand. A brand. You know why a lot of these people, they get canceled? Because they're not honoring the brand that sponsors them. Look at what happened to Shannon Sharp. If Shannon Sharp had any sense, he wouldn't have done half the stuff he did because he knew he worked for Disney. And missed out on millions and millions of dollars for shaming the brand. Imagine if we as foundational Black Americans thought that much about our lineage and we didn't want to shame our lineage, shame our family name. And imagine when we instill in our kids to bring honor to our family name, honor to our lineage, bring honor to our legacy. That is power. And last but not least, sovereignty. Sovereignty is where we decide our destiny. We decide as a people where we're going. We know where we came from. Now we need to know where we are going. What is our destiny? The moment our destiny lies with us, that is power. So the FBA code, the 7 pillars, let me run through them again. Identity first, we did that. Family first. Ownership. Discipline. Honor. And sovereignty, family. Sovereignty. We cannot forget that our main goal, the inheritance we want to leave our children is sovereignty. Because right now, let's be honest, family. Let's just be honest with ourselves, family. Do we control our destiny? Or does the system that we're under control our destiny? You want to talk about destiny swap? The system that we're under is a destiny swap. The system that we're under right now is a destiny swap. It's rigged to take your greatness and give it to somebody else. It's rigged. You can't win. You're not designed to win. And some of us still win even in this system. That also shows how powerful we are. That's power confirmed, family. We are the most powerful people on the planet. And I'm just proving that to you. Just want to prove it to you. I want to spark belief in you. I want to spark a knowing in you. Not even just belief. You need to know this. You need to know that you are the most powerful person on the planet. They can't stop you. They can only hope to contain you. Our job is to make it hard for them to contain us, family. We cannot be contained. We cannot be stopped. We are a force and we are power. We are powerful. We are power confirmed. When they see us, when they see our children, they see a threat. Why? Because our children are power confirmed. Understand that. When they see us, they see a threat because we are power confirmed, family. That's just the truth. I can't, it's either true or it's not. It's just the truth. We got the receipts. We know who we are. It takes 10 million of them to contain one of us. They have to practice COINTELPRO. They have to fracture our family. They have to take away our ownership. They have to turn our excellence into mediocrity. They have to distract us so we're not disciplined. They have to shame us so we don't know that we are honorable people. And they have to dim our light and remove our sovereignty so we don't take back the power and control our destiny. The most powerful people on the planet is us. Man, we so powerful, family, we so powerful that there are Black American aliens and they're aggressive and they're coming for the earth and we got to be ready. So we not even, listen family, we are so powerful that they put us in space. Think about that, family. We are so powerful. They put us in freaking space and said space aliens are coming to this earth. And they look like Black Americans. Jesus Christ. See, they didn't say Africans, family. They said Black American. And they're 7 foot tall. And they got advanced weaponry. And they look mean. They look aggressive. They look militant. We stay rent-free in everybody's minds, family. That's why. That's why. We are the most powerful people on the planet. Understand that they're never going to leave us alone. They're never going to leave us alone. And shoot, if I was them, I probably wouldn't either. If I wasn't born who I am, if I wasn't born, and I wouldn't want to be born into any other lineage, I'm proud to be a foundational Black American. I'm proud. I'm proud to be a foundational Black American. I promise you, I'm proud. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of our people. I'm proud. I wouldn't want to come back. If you want to curse me, make me come back white. If I come back white, I'll be like, oh man, I did something very, very wrong in my life. Very, very wrong. I'm a proud foundational Black American. I'm standing on business for my lineage. I wouldn't want to be nothing or nobody else. And you know what? I was born in this time for a purpose. I know that. I'm not just no regular nigga. I was born in this time for a purpose. And I'm going to fulfill that. And I am fulfilling that even now. I was born in probably one of the greatest times ever in all of history. And I recognize that, and I know that. And my purpose on this earth is to do what I'm doing right now. Empowering my people with solutions and tools. Solutions and tools. Making sure that we leave an inheritance to the next generation. And that inheritance is sovereignty, control of their destiny. Imagine foundational Black Americans are the first melanated people to get control over their destiny. We single-handedly have defeated 𝗤𝗔 supremacy. We single-handedly have enacted our power on this globe, being just 50 million. That's power, family. That's power confirmed. We don't need no help. If you're gonna be in my comments talking about you still look African, we don't need you. We never needed you. The only people we need is us. Because they not like who? They not like us. I love the hate, family. I stay rent free in people's minds. I love the hate. They see. I wish they, you know what? Never. I don't want them to ever stop, because they, you know, that hate is empowering. To know that I'm that much stronger than them. See, they could never take what we go through on a daily basis. They couldn't take if they get one dose of what it feels like to be a foundational Black American, they will unalive themselves. They will unalive themselves. That's how weak they are. I'm not weak. See, they get mad because we call them African booty scratchers, not knowing we called everybody African booty scratchers. They're weak. Oh, you called me an African booty scratcher. I hate you, Black American. I'm not Black. I'm African. I'm Caribbean. They're crying because they don't know. They don't have strength. Me and you, we can air it out. I can bag on you. You can bag on me. We can have a whole session. And we're still gonna take care of business. We bag on their Jesus feet. We talk about them ashy ass feet that they be walking around with in sandals. They don't even want to lotion their toes. God damn it! We're looking at some of these Africans with their shoes off, wearing their sandals, and they feet look like bear claw. These Caribbeans, they come over here. Everybody want to eat. These Middle Easterners, they be walking around with their feet looking like fingers. Feet hanging all over the sandal. And the moment I clown them, they get butthurt. They get butthurt. Oh, they get so hurt. They act like it's the end of the world. But you clown one of us, it ain't the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world. We stronger for it. We stronger for it. But I don't want to be weak. I don't want to be weak. I'm glad I'm strong. You know, I wake up every day, go to work like everybody else, put on my armor and go to work, battle these demons, battle physicalities, you know. Whatever I got to do to win, I'm going to win. I'm going to figure it out. 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 So, family, when we talk about delineation, we're just talking about boundaries. Boundaries are love with a backbone. We don't ever debate our right to exist or our right to build. We don't ever debate that. That's our God-given right. You take away my right to exist or my right to build, there's going to be some problems. Now you're talking about WAR. Because that's my right. We were put here to build. And when you threaten that, there's going to be some problems. So, you know, we're not the ones we don't hand microphones to sabotage. You know what I'm saying? We give somebody the mic to empower them. We block what drains. We bless what builds, and we reward what works. If you're draining us, guess what we're gonna do? Delineate. If you're sabotaging us, guess what we're gonna do? Delineate. If you're building with us, we bless you. That's it. Doesn't get any better than that. If you're building with us, man, we're gonna bless you. And we're gonna reward what works. We're no longer gonna reward nothing. Just we're not being nice. Foundational Black Americans, we're not nice. That's probably why a lot of people don't like us, because we used to be nice and now we're not nice. But yeah, we are some of the nicest and kindest people, I think, on the planet. But you know what? That has been a weakness. That has been our weakness, family. That has been our weakness. Being nice, let me tell you something. Every woman knows when they run into a nice guy, that's a lick. It's like, oh man, he's nice. Ooh, I'm about to get my rent paid. I'm about to get my car note paid. I got a buddy right now, man. I'm arguing with this dude. I'm like, dude, man, can't you see that she's using you? He's like, yeah, man, but I pay her rent. I pay her car note. Man, I do everything for this woman, man. And she proposed to me 3 times, and I love her, but blah 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 blah. But she, but she can sleep around with every other brother on the block because you paying her rent and you paying her car. We can't do that, family. I'm not doing that. You crazy, man. You being used, and we don't. And foundational Black Americans. That very word, foundational Black American, says we're not going to be used no more. You're not going to use us no more. It's not going to happen. We not a lick. No, it's not. Oh, hip hop. Oh, that's a lick because foundational Black Americans created. No, it's not a lick anymore. Yeah, when they're for the streets, leave them in the streets. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Listen, we not a lick no more. There was a time where we were so great and we created everything that we just throw y'all some bones so y'all can have something. Now we taking them bones back. No, you can't have that anymore. You used to be able to have that, but now we're not giving it to you no more. No, our foundational Black American greatness, we're going to celebrate that amongst ourselves and our people only. 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 Now I might have to do a part 2. I might have to do a part 2 about this, man, because I want to stay on this power is confirmed. I got a lot of notes and I want to go over everything. But I want to, we are at 11K. I want to bring some people up. If y'all want to chop it up, I want to chop it up with the family. Come on up here, man. Let's chop it up. Where is that nigga Canada at, man? This nigga Canada. Where you at, man? You still in here? I hope you left, but if you here, man, I'm gonna bring your dumb ass up. Hold on, where is Canada? Where is that nigga that in the comments talking nonsense? Did he leave? He deported himself? It's always them UK niggas, them Canada niggas, them Caribbeans, them Africans who just got, man, they got something to say. It's always them. It's always them. Well, come on up here, family. Let's chop it up, man. Who wants to chop it up? If you want to chop it up, come on up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about solutions. If you're not in the Telegram, you ain't black. How about that? If you're not in the Telegram, you ain't black. Oh, why ain't y'all in the Telegram? Get your butt in the Telegram, man, so we can build. What's up, Crypto?
Not that you ain't black.
What's good with you, brother?
What's good? How you living?
Oh, man, chilling, man. Just out here, man, trying to, wake up our people, man, get everybody on the right page, man. Let them know that, hey, man, we're powerful people, man. We got the power. We got the power out here. We hold the cards. They don't hold nothing. We have all the cards.
Hey, Kara. Yeah, you absolutely right, brother. We finally get a chance to work together. practice our group economics, stand on business. You know, everybody constantly they constantly avoiding working together and uniting. But hats off to everybody who is uniting and sticking together. At this time of delineating, it's kind of separating everybody. You know, we knowing who is with us. And I think that's what's going to push our culture forward. I think that's what's going to push us forward. I think we're getting back into that black power, that black unity, families. I know we're in a time where everything going into destruction, but I think our lineage is going to pull together, and I think our families and everything is going to get back together. So when everybody is in bad spirits and all gloom and doom, I think this is our time to take back over. I think it's our time to find our sovereignty.
Yeah.
You know, I see us as being a nation within a nation.
That's how we got to move. That's it. We can't move no other way. We can't trust the system that the nation has in place for us, but we can trust the system that we put together that makes us a nation.
They never have put anything in place for us. You know,
No, brother. They've always actively worked against us. And to tell you, you got to really look at it from the enemy's eyes. I need my uninformed and uneducated people to stay focused on this group over here, because if I let them focus on what we're doing, we're going to be wrong. So this is why you look at your local news media, is always unalivings, grapes, pain, and bloodshed. They want to show you that from 4 to 7 every day. Now you got people who are looking at this all over the country who barely have black neighbors, but that's all they're seeing when they look at the news. Is these people over here are just, but that's all they see. But when it comes to the crimes that they're committing, they are quietly brushed under the rug, and eventually they fall down that deep, dark, black memory hole. And it never comes back up and out again until we bring it up. And then it's like, oh, well, that was that one lone guy. That was that lone crazy guy. That doesn't represent everybody. But then when you actually do some history, you find out, well, these things have been going on since the inception. So it can't be a lone wolf. It's got to be a mindset. And when we get them to recognize that barbaric mindset is what's holding them back, well, that'll be on them to take that plunge. We're not going to wait and hold you, and we told you. If you don't listen, that's not on us. We've explained it. We've expressed it. We've given everything that we could. We're not giving anymore. Now we're embracing us. And the fear when we embrace us is that they will be left behind.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, Crypto, you still got that? That brings to mind, man. They just there was just a pewing that happened. What was it, yesterday? Day before yesterday? Y'all know about that?
Yeah, you talk about the school and the little Catholic school, right?
Yeah. Think about that. Think about that, man. That's not us, family. We don't do manifesto.
Nope.
We don't grow up secluded in all white tea enclave and then decide that I'm just gonna, go unalive something because I'm frustrated. See, that's weakness. That's crashing out.
How warped is that mindset?
Weak.
You sat there and twisted yourself into a super pretzel so that you can say that this action is justified in your mind. I don't understand that.
brother. They can't ever listen. If anybody's justified to just crash out, it would probably be us. But they're not even justified. They come from the suburbs. They come from these good, clean, wholesome families, and they're just crashing out, family. I wish you could put up that that thing you sent me from the Twitter feed the other day. That's just comedy. If you can find that and put that up, crypto, that would be awesome, man. I want y'all listen, man. All you see is these people who don't even grow up around us. Don't even grow up around us, hating us. Same thing with the Africans and the Caribbean. They don't even grow up around us. A lot of them.
So they
Some
bought
of
the propaganda. They bought it, swallowed, gulped it down. Now they don't know how to do. They don't know how to do anything else except regurgitate the fallacies that they've been fed. They've done no semblance of study and want to come in again, try and talk to us about what's wrong. This is what's wrong with y'all. You know what? When you get your nations united and moving in one direction, then you can come and say something to us about
yeah.
how bad or out of pocket we are.
Hold on.
But we're
Let me put this feed
go
up
ahead.
here. Hold
I
on.
think it's blurry though. I don't know if you can see it. Nah, you can't.
Nah, we can see
Yeah, we
it.
can.
Yeah, we can.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Hold
Yeah,
on.
put up the right one. Yeah, don't put that one up. Yeah, let me take that one. Take that one down. Take that one down. Take that one down. They're gonna, they're gonna
Yeah,
say,
don't get us flagged.
say something about that. Yeah, there we go. Is that the right one? Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Columbine, Highland Park, Thousand Oaks, El Paso, Dayton, Santa Fe, uh, Isla Vista, Northern Illinois, San Ysidro, Oregon, Umpqua, Red Lake, University of Texas, Planned Parenthood, Capital Gazette, Oxford High School, Seal Beach, Trotley Square, Virginia Beach, Stockton Schoolyard, Oklahoma City, Atlanta Olympic Park, Northern California, Tehama County, Edgewater Technology Office, Hartford Distributors, Camden, Waffle House, Seattle Pacific University, West Roads Mall, San Bernardino, Jesus, my neck of the woods, Birmingham Irrigation, or Binghamton Irrigation, Louisville, Fairchild Air Force. I can't read the rest of the name, but what do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? YT,
The
YT,
honor, the pure.
YT, 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 YT.
So all of these are supposed to be lone wolves. All of these are supposed to be lone wolves.
Look like a pack to me.
Thank you, sister. That is not some one guy. This is somebody that's being indoctrinated and moving out beyond their circle.
That's crazy, family. Look at that YT. What, we don't have nothing like that, family. Nothing that even compares to that. And they want to make us the face of crime. Shame on them. How dare they when we got the receipts? This is also power confirmed, family.
This is when they operate by themselves. This ain't they systematic games that they play. This ain't the systematic unaliving that they do. This is when they act by themselves.
Yeah, I hear that they acting by themselves, brother. But I'm gonna just say it like this. You know, I don't know if I can. I don't know. I better not say. I don't know if I can say it on it. It's it's conspiratorial, so I don't know if I can say it on here. You know, I'll just say, yeah, they was acting by themselves, all right.
Yeah.
This is what happens when the system. This is
Well,
actually
I
part
would
of the system.
But aren't all the manifestos somewhere near the same?
Come on,
credo. Yes,
come on.
I'm gonna say it starts in their exclusiveness, particularly when it comes to how they are being taught, quote unquote, religion, because that's the only way that you can say and or justify to yourself that this action you're going to take is okay. Is that somehow some preacher then put in your head that it's okay to go put on that suit made by DuPont Plastics and let you go out there and do what you go do, or go pick up this pew and run out there and do what you. That's religiousness or religiosity, extremism.
Well, hold on. We know. First of all, we know the religion that they want you to have, and we also know the religion that they actually practice. Two different religions. They want you to practice Christianity, while they practice another religion. Family, we know what they believe. See that this is again power confirmed, because when we have a lot of these tethers, they don't really know the YT man like we know. We know the YT man's true religion.
And it ain't
We know
changed.
their true religion, like the genes' true religion. We know the YT's true religion. They practice it every day. It's called YT supremacy. They don't
See, they
practice
preach peace,
nothing
but
else.
they participate in practice
They want
with
you
violence.
to turn the other cheek so they
Let me
can
tell you
create
something.
their heaven here on earth. And their heaven is everybody else's hell.
Double up. Yep.
It's
Let me tell you, I went to Catholic school, and I remember that in Catholic school, we, in the middle of the term, we went from the Old Testament to the New Testament. The difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament to me was God was a more vengeful God back then. And what they did was rebrand him and give him a softer kind of side. He smited. He had no problem giving you the what for or the business when you were wrong. And nowadays, now he just forgives everything.
Yeah.
and everybody think they ain't gonna be held accountable. I
Yeah,
think they
just tell them you're sorry and all is forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just say
You
you're
you don't
sorry, and
get
that's
you.
gonna fix everything. No, man. The
Oh
only
yeah.
justice I know, the only real justice, the only common sense justice is eye for an eye, tooth for a
Tooth
tooth.
for a tooth. Yep.
Until you show me something better, because turn the other cheek ain't better. It's worse. Turn the other
Turning
cheek.
Now
the other
y'all,
cheek has gotten FBA where it is today.
Come on. Come on.
see,
Because
they
we
want to do
sit
the
there and we
Constantine
accept
thing.
everybody else's bull crap and nonsense, and they think that we're supposed to turn the other cheek and let you slap up that other cheek too. And then when you slap up that other cheek, you're supposed to give them your back so they can slap up your back too. No, no,
And they
it's
are
time to stop.
laughing and laughing and laughing at us who practice that, man. They is in their little Masonic temple over there, their little masonry temple. They over there just in their secret society meetings laughing it up. Oh man, I took his coat, I took his land, I took everything from him, and he just smiled. Oh, we're gonna win. These people are stupid. They laughing at us, family. They laughing at in private. Matter of fact, they're laughing at us in the open,
In our face.
in our face, really. And they're daring us to do something about it, knowing that we're not. See, here's the thing. That's what they banking on. That's what believing on. But a new generation is coming, and this new generation is not Democrat. It's not Republican. It's saying we want what's ours. We want what our ancestors were supposed to get. That new generation that they all afraid of are you. That they done labeled enemy, black enemy number one is black youth. It's another generation coming. They not gonna feel like us. Us Gen X, we still got some niceness in us. We do. We still got some sense a little bit. But these youngsters coming up, they don't have that same affinity towards Africans that some of us may have, towards Caribbeans that some of us may have. They're like, man, if you ain't FBA, get out the way.
I'm with them.
They like, hey man, listen, if they want to start WAR over in your country, we not gonna stop it. See, us Gen X, we'll be like, nah, we can't. Y'all ain't gonna invade. Y'all ain't going over there to Africa. Y'all ain't going over there to the Caribbean. Y'all no. Y'all stay out of that. But this next generation, they like, man, we're not them. We don't, they don't care nothing about us. We don't care nothing about them. And they're like, man, if it comes down to it, get them. So I'm just saying, man, family, we got all the power. We got all the chips. All the ball is in our court. What are we gonna do with it?
Gotta unite. We gotta unite. We gotta come together. We have to come together.
And when we come together, we have to protect it.
Man, that's Mando, man. Listen, we need all hands at deck, man, to build what we're building right now. This cannot just be a few people. We need all of us participating in what we're building right now because it's going to benefit all of us. We got to be building on the blockchain. We need all hands at deck. We need all hands at deck supporting the FBA coin. We need all hands at deck building the FBA ecosystem. I'm going to tell you, that's the most important thing right now. Is building an FBA ecosystem. That's number one. Everything else is secondary to that. There's nothing more important than building a system for ourselves. And we got to do it right now. While the eyes are not necessarily on us.
Mm-hmm.
While they're not bothering us. We got maybe 3 more years to build this thing. Listen, we got to get the FBA coin out by like next week even. I need everybody in the Telegram. I need y'all in the Telegram because that's where we can talk strategy. That's where we can give y'all the most up-to-date information on the FBA coin. And we don't know how long TikTok's going to be around, family.
Anybody who send me a message right now, I can get you set up in a Telegram with us. That's where we discuss family business. So if anybody interested, you can give me a follow or give me a message right now. I'll get you set up.
Man, we need everybody in the Telegram family.
And we need to know who we have in the Telegram.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't need infiltrators.
Oh yeah, we got ways to get
I'm only speaking to FBA.
Yeah, we got ways to get them out. We gonna find out. We gonna find out who's who. We gonna find out who's who. We gonna find out. You ain't gonna be able to hide.
Stronger together than we could ever, be apart. For too long, the system has counted us out. They divided us. We went through the light skin versus the dark skin wars. City versus country. The rich versus poor. But every time we come together, history changes. I've been doing a series. I don't know too much, but just going from the Freedmen's Bank to the Oklahoma, to all that, and it's like every time they counted us out, every time they bombed, every time they took everything, we always came together and we survived it. Like just going that Freedmen's Bank to Oklahoma to Tulsa to Greenwood within like 3 decades, three to 4 decades, we built it all the way up. We had private planes, we had the boom boom, everything was popping. You know what I mean? Like we had Like we had a whole neighborhood where everything was thriving after losing everything. We was back home. And that just goes to show, every time we come together, we build great things. That video Jasmine had out there with all our inventions.
Come
That
on.
was when you think about it, it's like, man, everything, all the important stuff, the light bulb, the person who claimed they made the light bulb, it wouldn't light, it wouldn't stay. It kept catching fire, blowing up or whatever. Then Lattimore, he put the love into it. He had put the FBA excellence into it, and then the light stay on. With Garrett A. Morgan with the she broke that whole thing down with the
Yeah, think
traffic
about
light.
that, family. Think about giving credit to somebody who didn't really invent something that's working. You're
Exactly.
gonna give credit to someone discovering or inventing the light bulb, and it wasn't even a working model.
Right.
That ain't. Man, you don't get credit for that. But in white supremacy society, you do.
Every time it light up, it's blowing up.
Yeah, you don't get credit. Oh, he invented the light bulb, man. Get praise him. But then one of our brothers come in and really invent it, and you want to say, oh, he just had a part in it.
Right.
No,
He had the main part in it.
Yeah, the
exactly,
main part.
exactly.
And that's everything to the phones, to the GPS systems, to uh,
Internet.
internet, satellite, everything, like everything. And that this ain't even got nothing to do with our style, our swag. That I'm talking about the major thing. But if we go to style and swag, I mean, we dominate all that, all that too. But it's just like whenever we come together, we just handle business. And all the other immigrants that we allow to come in from Asia, from India, from they come in our communities, they set up shop, but they don't shop with us.
Yeah.
They literally take from us every time. Every time they come in, they take it. But we go to them, we spend their money.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's always been by design. It's always been by design that we're not going to give you the monies to start businesses in your own communities, but we're going to give the Asians money to start a business, but we're going to only let them start the business in your community.
Mm-hmm.
But you know
We're
what
only
that
going to give the party stores to the Arabs because we're going to let them come into your community, but you can't go in their community. We're
now,
going to
but you
give them the perks and the benefits. We're only going to give the cats and kittens in New York their particular gifts, goodies, and guarantees, but still exclude us. You come into our communities and start your businesses. But the very banking system refuses to lend us money so that we can start our own businesses.
Mhm.
This, to me, still goes back to, you mentioned the Freedmen's Bank earlier. You have to understand this, really look at this particular time period in American history. They refused, every business refused to do business with a black person, a black bank. They would not engage. There was no business that the other non-black people would allow black people to do business with. Not one. And you're going to tell me now we've got this $70 million here? And once they found out how much money it was, they said, yeah, we can do something with that. Only if you put a YT person in charge of your bank will we do business with y'all. And as soon as they did that, that's when they lost their money. And then pulled Frederick Douglass in the end to use his name to try and cover it as it went under. So it could go under a black president.
Come on. Come on.
The idea of how they will use and manipulate people to their strategic advantage, even though it may be an long term strategy and sometimes a long affecting strategy, but they're never the truth of the moment. It's always a plot or a plan. You know, I say again, can you show me a contract, treaty, or whatever that this government has made with a black person that they have kept? and honored to the fullness of it.
Mm, 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 mm.
See,
How many
that's
civil rights? How many civil rights bills have there been passed and put into laws? They started in the 1860s. If you didn't honor that one, why would I honor? Why would I come back with a later one? You didn't honor that one. Now we're up into the 1960s. You honored it in as much as you stopped saying we can't go nowhere and we not go overtly claim as a group that this is what we want. But you're still being unalived in the same numbers. You're still being jailed in as great a numbers. But sure, tell me where this treaty that you kept. Tell me where you honored your word. Show me. Forget tell me, show me. You want me to support that? You want me to say, no, give me another piece of that pie? That means that supporting you only adds to my demise, doesn't it? I can't help somebody hurt me. Okay, that don't make sense.
No, but do y'all realize that we're still sharecroppers? Think about the very currency, the very fiat currency is not worth anything. It's like getting tokens back in the sharecropping days, where you take those tokens and you can only spend them at certain stores. That's what they're doing, man. The biggest Ponzi scheme that we've ever been in our life is being played on. And here's the thing, they graduated it and they give the same tokens to everybody now. They used to just give them to us. Now everybody got them tokens in their pocket. Everybody got them little wooden nickels. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's using wooden nickels to buy and purchase things, and they keep all the gold, all the silver, all the raw earth, everything that's valuable, they possess. They don't even build our houses with good wood anymore. They use the cheapest wood.
It ain't even the right size no more.
Man.
That's just like you talking with the fiat currency. People think that Fort Knox has gold in it. Fort Knox is empty.
Broke is America. The military's strong, but America, the government, there's a reason why they switched all their money and start buying up a bunch of digital gold dust. There's a reason why they're I think they're the major, one of the, if they're not the major, they're one of the major Bitcoin holders out there. The United States. They've given everybody wooden nickels and said you can go shop at these stores in your local area. And all we are is batteries for these corporations right now. And we don't want to. And we as Foundational Black Americans, that's cool for y'all. That's cool for everybody else, but that's not cool for us. We're done sharecropping. We survived slavery. We're done with that. So if their plan is to enslave the world, we out. Because you're not going to enslave us.
Been there, did that.
Yeah, we did that already. We paid our dues. We gave y'all 200, 400 years. We're done with that. Now we're going to build for ourselves, and we're not asking for permission. We're not asking for permission. We're just going to do it. Their job, I know they're gonna try to come. They're gonna try to, but they're gonna roll up and they're gonna find out who we really. They're gonna find out. That's what I'm gonna say. They're gonna find out. We don't want no problems, but they're gonna find out. If they mess with us trying to exist and trying to build, there's gonna be consequences and repercussions. That's just the way it is. We're not here to hurt nobody. We're here to build for ourselves. You're not going to stop us from building something for ourselves. You're not going to stop us from controlling our destiny. You're not going to stop us from becoming sovereign people. That's it, and that's all. These problems, they don't want it. Y'all, they fear us for a reason. We're going to show you why. because we have all the cards are on our side, not yours. We have true power confirmed. Y'all have false power. Y'all use our power as your power. That's what they've been doing. They've been vampires sucking up our invention, sucking up our ingenuity, sucking up our genius, taking over and co-opting our movements as their own. That's their power. Their power is controlling the most powerful people in the world. And we're awake, and our kids are getting smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter. You'll see a 6-month-old baby able to pick up a phone and start swiping. Start looking for Peppa Pig and turn that thing on. They can't even read yet, but they know it's Peppa Pig. They know. So that propaganda and witchcraft is wearing off. It's over. It's over. It's over. The power lies with us. And we're going to take it, and we're going to use it, and we're going to take it by any means necessary. It is what it is. It's not sugarcoating this. Listen, the same force you come at us with, we're going to match it. We're going to match energy.
Absolutely.
We're going to match energy. That's just what it is.
I'm a Gemini. I love matching energy.
Yeah. And the code is the code. So you can they can take one of us, 2 of us, 3 of us, 10 of us out, but the code is still the code. They can't take the code. They can't take the code. That's why we got to get on code, family. We got to get on code. We gotta each one teach one. We gotta raise each other up. We gotta have grace and mercy only for our people. Only for our people. Grace and mercy only for our people. Nobody else. Nobody deserves it. Nobody deserves the grace and mercy but our people. Everybody else, we have to check them and check them hard. Check them hard. We have to draw that line and say, "This. Listen, don't go past this, because this is you're in the area that where I consider that a threat." My uncle used to tell me, all you got in this earth is the square that you stand on. If somebody steps in your square, in your circle, that you don't know, that you're not comfortable with, you got a right to take them out, because your very existence depends on you standing on that square. Your very survival depends on you standing on that square. So no one's supposed to get in that square unless they're your family, your kids, your wife. Everybody else, you violate that space, I got a right to unalive you. As a man, I have a right to exist. So that's what time it is, family. We not here to start anything, but we gonna finish it. We gonna finish it. We're asking people kindly, just leave us alone. Leave us alone. That brother Carnelo Anthony, he said, "Hey man, leave me alone. Don't do it. You don't want these problems." We have all types of verbal commands. Do not invade my space. Don't put your hands on me. If you put your hands on me, I'm going to show you what time it is. That's what that brother did. And what happens when you didn't listen? These are our youngsters, family. What happens when you didn't listen? Hey, it's unfortunate, but it's real and it's life. We're telling people, leave us alone. Don't mess with us. Don't undermine us. Don't get into our businesses or our affairs. Leave us alone. We don't want to be bothered. You keep messing with us, we're gonna show you what power confirmed looks like. Because all the chips, all the cards are in our deck. It's in our.
Have you all noticed that they got this? I'm gonna call it a new talking point. Where they trying to say we're not fighting the system, that we're not fighting white supremacy.
Oh yeah, we
They
are.
think we only fighting them.
Oh,
Y'all
no,
notice that?
They are part of the white supremacy system.
Right.
Well, so we are fighting white supremacy, but they're part of the system.
Yeah, but they're trying to portray us as not fighting it,
They can't.
as if we're only fighting this group here. We're not fighting. It's like they don't think we can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I swear, it's like, really? You don't think I can handle your skirmish and this WAR? Or this skirmish, that skirmish, and this skirmish, and that skirmish? Is your intellect that small? Is your vision that short?
Cousin, they don't think we can eat a sandwich and swat a fly at the same time. They don't think we can eat food and swat flies at the same time.
That's because they're too busy trying to eat the fly too. But
We can go ahead and take care of this business, and then we still got time to step on a few roaches and swat a few flies at the same time. We still got time. They're not going to come in. They're not going to undermine us. They are part of the white. The moment you join with YT supremacy, you become part of their system. You become the problem. The moment you make yourself useful and become a buffer class, and we have to come up against you, that's fighting YT supremacy. The moment you start talking with YT supremacist viewpoints and talking points and ideologies, the moment you start practicing YT worship, oh, you are, the movie The Matrix was smooth, wasn't it? Because the moment those people turned into agents, what happened? They became the enemy, didn't they?
mm-hmm.
So as long as we know that the agent mindset, the agent chip can infiltrate any human being, the moment that agent chip gets in you because you're weak and you don't have a resilient mind and it's not strong enough to overcome the agency of the agent, you become part of the system, and you're a threat, and we got to get you up out the paint. It's not that we want to. It's not that we hate you. It's just that you're an agent now. The agent took control of you, and there's no separating the two. You become an agent. You become an agent provocateur, and we got to get you up out the paint. So that's why that movie Matrix is so powerful, man. And it was written by a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
A foundational black American woman on that.
Yes, yes.
She's an FBA. She's an indigenous black. She's a conscious indigenous black American woman who knows where she comes from. Have y'all ever watched her interviews?
I have.
I have as well. I tell you, we really want to know how you know she was FBA?
Mm-hmm.
They stole her work.
Come on.
And then made her go to court to prove that it was her work so that she could get that which was rightfully hers. The profits, proceeds, that bank that they had completely and utterly cashed her away from, made sure that she didn't have a hand in. That's how you know she was FBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They did that to the writer of Good Times, too. They did that to the writer of Good Times.
But that's what they've been doing throughout history. All the inventions, everything, that's what we just went over. They've been taken since been taken.
Man, we got so much purpose, y'all.
It's not even so much to take, but it is the exclusionaryness of depriving us of the funds. Now, see, they went on, everybody thought that them boys was super bad producers and creators and writers and all of that. They got all of that juice, energy, and hype and love from mainstream media and the public. You don't see her getting that kind of love and projection from the mainstream media. They treating her story as if it's an Well, you know,
an anomaly.
there's an asterisk there, but we never really look at the asterisk.
That sister is still alive, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know what we need to do? We need to honor and recognize that sister, man.
you can do
We need
that.
to honor and recognize that sister, man. We need to somehow get her involved in the FBA Music Awards, and we need to honor and represent and recognize that sister, man. Give her a lifetime achievement award, something on that level for making a movie that she made that's so eye opening, that's so powerful.
It's what the Terminator.
Make her a judge.
Yeah, she
Invite her to be a judge. Invite her to be a judge. Yes.
Look at all she invented the Terminator. She's
Yep.
letting us know she's a prophetess. She's letting us know the future. We need to honor that woman, brother. We need to get a word out to her, and as we put on these FBA Music Awards, we need to make sure that we honor her, give her flowers, let her know, hey man, you have woken us up. You have woken us up. If we didn't have this movie, we probably couldn't properly explain what's happening to us and what we're going through. If you didn't give us that allegory, we wouldn't know. If you didn't write, and you know what? I know they were books first. We need to go back and get those books because there's probably some nuggets in the books that they left out of the movie.
Well, that's always the case. The only person
Probably
that
some
honestly,
real stuff up in there.
the only movie that I've seen that has kept close to its book is Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I haven't. It was, again, read the book, liked it anyway. But to see how they did with each character, I commend her beyond the aspect of she kept the characters. What she actually kept was creative control. Yeah, y'all can bankroll me, and I appreciate that. Cool. But creative control remains with the creator, and that's where she made and did her most powerful thing. Now,
But look at her.
And notice who the
Look at her.
Oracle was. You know the Oracle. If you look at the Oracle in the Matrix and you hear her talk, she sounds a lot like the Oracle. Did y'all get that? Did y'all understand that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The Oracle, and she wrote herself in the book, but she was the Oracle.
There are so many hidden gems in that movie.
Man. Another movie, I don't know if a black person wrote this movie, but the movie, I tell everybody, go back and watch the movie Total Recall.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You go back and watch the movie Total Recall, that's all about foundation of black Americans. The moment we wake up and know and find out who we really are, it's like we woke up in an alternate universe. We got all the agencies chasing us because we got the keys to unlock Mars, which is the blockchain. Listen, they may be using the blockchain, but they don't really understand the blockchain. We got the keys to unlock the blockchain, family. We got the keys to unlock the blockchain to where it benefits all of humanity, not just a small group of people. And Total Recall is all about foundational black Americans waking up, realizing that, hey man, that the life they was given was a lie, and they are really these people. Not the people they try to make us out to be, but we're really we're really from here. We're really from the soil. The first blockchain was clay. The first blockchain was written in stone. The first ledger ever was seen on clay tablets. Now it's digital. Now it's forever. Now nobody can take it out. They can destroy the stone tablets. They can hide it away and lock it away, but on the blockchain you can't do that. Everything's transparent. Everything's out in the open.
No one person can change it.
No one person can change it. No, it's impossible. Impossible. You would have to hack 60 million computers to do that. And believe me, they're going to, they trying to find a way. They trying to. They're trying to get super intelligence like you can't believe. But I believe, this is what I believe. I don't know if it's true. I believe that, hey, man, AI, robots, that's all going to be our weapons, not theirs. They think they're going to control it and use it against us or the people, but we are really going to control it. And it's going to backfire on them, and it's going to be used against them. That's what I believe. I believe this. Even when supposedly they think that these robots are going to have a consciousness, that's impossible. But they believe that. Ain't no story like the foundational Black American story. Ain't no get it out the mud and all of a sudden become a great people like the foundational Black American story.
Now that there's no doubt.
That story alone gives us power.
See, that story overshadows them small hats over there. Overshadows it every day. That's why they're saying that the younger generation is the most dangerous ones. That's the Black generation. The youth are the most dangerous ones to us.
Mm-hmm.
How that came about? You on another freaking country. How people over here got to. Why is the problem? Because our history is the true history.
Yeah.
They want to jump on us and appropriate what is rightfully ours.
See, they messed up. Either two things. Either they were really dumb and they didn't destroy the documents and they should have, or they're not allowed to destroy the documents, and they can only do they are also being controlled and under a power, and they can only do so much. Either they're really stupid because they at any moment in history they could have got it. They could have done away with it.
It could be all of the above.
There you go. Or somebody else is saying, "Hey, man, you're only allowed to do certain things to these people for such a time." And once that time expires,
okay, go ahead.
It's over. Go ahead, cousin.
I was just gonna say the whole idea is them grafting complete and utter ownership of the term small hat-ish. They want to completely dominate that term and dictate what it means and who it is and who it represents. And no one can question them. And if you do question that, well, now you got a problem. Now you're being anti what? I'm not embracing your story. Right. I'm not embracing your story as no. And you can't make me. Particularly when I can read and look at history and see that y'all ain't them. Y'all ain't the originals.
Here's what they did. They became the originals so that we couldn't become the original.
No, they claimed the originals. They didn't. They can't become. They can claim it.
Right. They claim it so that we can't claim it, but we are it. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
They claim it because they know if we claim it, it's a whole. We really have the history. We really have the history behind it. And I'm like this, man. I don't want that small place over there. I'm fine right here. I'm gonna tell you like
I'm at a point in time wherever I go, I'm gonna be all right because I walk with that kind of power and authority that has been given to me.
Listen, I don't need no specific land or some special land so I can be a people. I can be a people wherever my people at. That's where we are, and that's who we are. And this land over here, we've been over here so long. This land over here is blessed, And they've been trying to get us off this blessed land forever because we're the ones, our ancestors are the ones who blessed it for us. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the Holy Land. The land I'm living in right now is the Holy Land. I don't want another land. The land I'm living in right now is the motherland, is the fatherland. I don't want anybody else's land. This is my land. This is my land. I'm here. It's blessed. And I ain't going nowhere. I don't care what no 𝗤𝗏 supremacy. We need to team up and we need to get these small hats and all this stuff. No, brother.
They're already trying to make them a part of the United States is not real. So
yeah, they want us to team up and do the work for them, and then they say, oh, y'all can go back to Africa. No, brother, I'm not going nowhere. We're gonna send you back to Europe. That's what's gonna happen. You're going back to Europe. You're going back to Europe where you belong, and I'm staying right here in my land that my ancestors fought and were unalive for.
Because we were here first, below to whatever.
Yeah, I want that brother to come up here. I want that brother to come up here. I want that brother to come up here. He won't. He probably won't. You know, everybody's bold in the comments and everybody's bold online, but nobody wants to say it to your face, and nobody want to say it with their chest on the panel. For real, for real.
It amazes me. They act like, first of all, for the ones that got shipped over there to Africa and then got shipped back over here, they act like it was a Caribbean cruise. It was not a cruise. It was not. It was deadly and dangerous. And the fact that y'all sit there and y'all try to diminish what people went through during the slave trade and all of that other detrimental stuff that happened, you just gloss over it. Y'all just act like, oh, well, now you got YT people talking about, oh, it was only 2% of people that owned slave. Excuse me? First of all, how big was the United States back then? For you to just gloss over it. And it wasn't 2, it was 20. But again, if you think about the number of people, they all had them. And they all fought to keep them.
That argument, I find, that's an infantile argument. Given the climate and the number of years that system was in place, to only say or even suggest that type of, again, that small ball, my brain's not that big and I have no ability to comprehend anything beyond that tree in front of me. That's how ignorant that statement was. But they give people like that airtime because they want to make sure and try and send the message to the rest of the quote unquote community, the YT community, that this isn't a talking point. This is a talking point. 2% is not a talking point.
Right. Hey, y'all, I got to get out of here early today. I want to get back home a little early today so I can get back to work. I'll be on the Telegram tonight, testing out the coin some more. So if anybody wants to join us on the Telegram, I'll be on the Telegram tonight around, I'll say 8 p.m. Central, or Pacific Standard Time. If anybody wants to join me on there, man. Anybody got any last words before we close out?
If you have young children, give them affirmations of how great they are now. Let them know now that they're great, and continue to feed that beast. Continue to let them know they're great. Continue to let them know who they are. They are not all just from Africa. If you want to claim that, claim it. But if you are FBA, that is not your problem to solve. Your problem here is what we need to do right here, right now for our kids, so our kids can go ahead and thrive the natural way that they should be able to thrive without distractions, without anyone trying to get in their way. So Yeah.
That's it. Crypto, you want to say anything? And that's good that you said affirmations, because I'm gonna say some affirmations before we close out after cousin gives us the new black media.
Uh,
Crypto.
all I gotta say is, man, now is the time we united. Anybody, they want to practice group economics. Now's the time where you don't just talk. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. We gotta start stepping. So we in the Telegram. That's where we discuss FBA business. Send me a DM. I'll get you in there if that's what you're about. And this is only to FBA. Only my brothers and sisters in on this one. This is something we gatekeeping, but we're gonna build our Black Wall Street again.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cousin.
All right, all right. One more time, and again, thank you for listening, giving us a little bit of your time. Do not forget to make sure and tune into the new black media. If you want to know what the grassroots is doing, if you want to know where we're moving, you want to know where we're going, you want to keep that empowered feeling, you must continue to watch Professor Black Truth, The Black Authority, Tariq Nasheed, Torian Rain, Vicky Dillard, Black Alpha Network, Phil Scott, and a host of other young brothers and sisters who are out here making sure that the code and those who are coming after us have the proper language to fight against this thing they call YT supremacy. Stay strong. Remember, you were part of the B1 Brigade, and we love you. Peace to the family.
So yeah, I want to close out with this. This is just some affirmations that I got. That's funny that she mentioned affirmations, and I'll probably go over this again tomorrow. But I am my lineage on purpose. My family is my first nation. My culture is not for rent. My excellence is non-negotiable. My future is self-authored. This is power confirmed. Peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain family. Everybody have a good morning. Take care.
Good morning.